Okay, so the following things are like, club face is squared up behind the golf ball. Every swing you made, the club and ball in the middle of your stance, and for an iron, that's perfect. Grip, you're choking up a little bit for control, and both hands are working fairly well as a unit. Alignment of your feet and hips are complementary with the club face leading edge, but it's the right arm of yours that's a little too rigid. You want that right arm, as you can see with Stricker here, almost tucked in soft. If it's tucked into your body, not only does it square up your shoulders better, it allows you to take it back in one piece and not have to worry about using your hands to maneuver.
So it's more like...
Yeah, this arm needs to be softened.
Okay.
I should actually see part of your left forearm, and all I really see is that right arm of yours.
Okay.
It's just tucking that in a little bit. Settle squared up, and the only other thing was your feet tended to be a little wider than your shoulders, right? So for an iron especially, you want to be almost inside the width of your own shoulders slightly so you can pivot more naturally. If you're too far apart, it's going to restrict your ability to shift weight.
Right.
So just watch stance width and square up the shoulders as I mentioned. Everything else looks pretty solid. We're going to watch your swing going away from the ball now. And notice how the club has to slide away outside the ball line initially, right? Because that right arm of yours is so locked, it's got to go this way so you can hitch it, right? So you slide it, then you hitch it or soften it, and the club gets lifted up over that shoulder into a pretty good position, but there's a little recovery involved, as you saw. On the way down, your arms drop down, and you cast the club or release it a little early, it comes back to the ball. This one you time perfectly. Then you turn on your left side into a finish position. But there's a couple where the club head comes in front of the ball, you can cut across it, either pull it or cut it, depending on the face angle. To avoid all that, let that club go back more directly from the ball, simply by the setup adjustments I've mentioned. It'll be natural to turn and to pivot without as many moving parts to do so. So basically square up, turn and hit it, and the balance is a lot easier to achieve.